Have you ever spent time on a campaign, then have the offer pulled? I know for myself, one of the most frustrating things was spending a week or so, 2 weeks, getting a campaign dialed in, ready to turn profit, and then all of a sudden, the offer goes down. Campaign dies. Sure, Will has probably encountered that as well.
Oh yeah, more than once.
Yeah, it's a regular thing. It actually, for a while, got me out of promoting rebills like almost entirely, just out of pure frustration. And that's when I started going more to lead gen offers. So I'm sure everyone's nodding their head that yes, offers are going down all the time. Number two is offers changing. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily mean the offer going down. This is the actual page, the merchant's page is changing. So this is for Truth About Abs, you know, wildly popular click-bang offer. I'm sure we know which one. We all know which one this is. So on the top right, this was Truth About Abs a few years back, maybe about 2008 or so, 2007, before I even started marketing. Don't ask how I was able to find that page. And then this is it now on the bottom left. Okay, it's obviously improved for conversions because the guys behind it, they know what they're doing. But who are they testing conversions with? Whose traffic are they testing conversions with? Obviously a bit of their own, but it's also rolling out to affiliates as well. So when that merchant changes the offer page and it starts affecting your conversions, you're the one paying for that traffic. Okay, or worse, they start changing the compliance and the wording and the claims on the page, and now if you're using traffic sources like Facebook or Google and that sort of stuff, now your accounts are put at risk as well. Okay, so at the end of the day, you just don't have control over either one of these scenarios. But number three, and this is the really big one, this is the big reason why affiliate marketing is very tricky. Okay, and it's low margins. Low margins is the very big one. Now, if you're direct linking, now if everyone knows on this call what direct linking is, it means just putting your affiliate link. Just running traffic, then you're competing with every other affiliate and your exit strategy is limited, bottom line. So, why not bring a flamethrower to a knife fight, okay? I usually say leave the gun at home. Let's learn to truly dominate, and that's what I'm about to show you guys right now. And oddly enough, this is the only Justin Bieber pic I could find where he's holding a knife, and I believe that's Photoshop. So, all right. So let me show you the strategy that I use right here. And I call it the pseudo-merchant strategy. We call it the pseudo-merchant strategy. And what that means is it means you're a merchant essentially, but not really. So it's like a pseudo-merchant kind of thing where it looks like you're an offer owner, but you aren't. You don't have to deal with all the headache and that sort of thing. So first let's talk about what it does for you. Okay, let's talk about what it does for you, what the benefits are. Now, number one, it allows you to capture leads yourself. Okay, so always think of your business as a lead generation business. If you take nothing else from this webinar, understand this. Always think of your business as a lead generation business. If you can do that going forward, okay, when you're buying your traffic or you're generating traffic, however it is, if you can think of it yourself as a lead generator, you will never run out of money. You'll recession-proof your life, okay? So understand that. Number two, it helps you make way more money than other affiliates while using the same amount of traffic. Okay, so I'm not talking about having to generate 5 times more traffic. I'm talking about, you know, using the same amount of traffic, but maximizing the amount that you squeeze out of that traffic. Okay, so it gives you a higher earnings per click, and that's an EPC, and that means it gives you much bigger margins. Okay, and so it's a lot less stressful to buy traffic when you have bigger margins. What it allows you to do, though, it allows you to spend more on traffic because you have those bigger margins, and you can effectively brute force your competition out of the way. So that other affiliate who's direct linking, who has to get it right the first time, and he's running on 20 or 30% margins, you can go in there because you know that you can pay X amount for traffic, and he just can't compete with you. He or she just cannot compete with you, and that's the idea of brute forcing people out of the way. And so it gives you the power of an offer owner without all the overhead and customer support and all the other headache that goes along with it. Let's look at a practical example. This is one that I've done that's generated me a lot of money, so let's look at that right now. So this is actual landing pages. I'm going to show you actual thank you pages, all that sort of stuff, so please pay attention. So this was a grant offer, government grant landing page that I ran. Okay, and so here are my 4 pages that I was rotating. Okay, 4 pages. Incidentally, number 3 did the best. Okay, number 3 did the best rating. This one right here, bottom left. So all these types of landing pages, they're very, very simple to create. You can make one of these in a program like WYSIWYG Web Builder or Zara. It's XARA. Those are landing page creators. Or somebody can create these for you. I had a guy make them for $20 each. Very, very cheap. But really, they all kind of have the same fundamentals to them. So I'll discuss what those are now. First of all, you have what's called, I call the hero shot. Okay, the hero shot is just a photo or a video, usually on the left-hand side, that connects well with the audience. Okay, I like an amateur-looking photo because that's usually, these ones look a little too polished, and that could be why this one works. Mistake number 3, and I'm sure Will and anyone experienced in this game can appreciate this: not buying enough data. Possibly the biggest mistake of all. Okay, this is possibly the biggest mistake of all that I see beginners make. Now, Will has a different way of doing it than I do. He's got a pretty cool way, so I'll let him chime in here in a second. I'll explain the way I look at it, but both methods pretty much mean you're buying enough data. So for me personally, what I see guys do is they'll send like maybe 100 or 200 clicks, and then they'll end a campaign. Okay, they'll be like, this stuff doesn't work. I'm not making money. I lost money, and that's it. Ideally, I'll send a minimum of 300 clicks per element. Now, what I mean by that is that could be per ad creative, per landing page, per offer, per opt-in, whatever. I try to send 300. Now, the more things that you're testing at once, the more data and the more clicks you need. Okay, so if you're lower on budget, obviously 300 clicks is going to be a lot. So start by optimizing your front-facing ads first. Just get an ad that's relevant to your opt-in or to your offer, and get an ad that gets a really high click-through rate that's still relevant. That's really important. Breakthrough number 2, the 3 kings of traffic. So I guess this could be 3 more breakthroughs, but I put them all together as the 3 kings. King number 1. A lot of guys, a lot of marketers don't ask themselves, who am I marketing to? Okay, the demographics. Start thinking in terms of demographics. I'm going to give you a very quick example of this. If you had a weight loss offer and you were doing keyword bidding on MSN Ad Center, for example, okay, what type of keywords would you go after? Probably weight loss keywords, right? And I think most people would do that. Most people would bid on weight loss keywords. And obviously that can work, okay? But if you want to start getting really scalable traffic where you can spend a lot of money and make a lot of money, then you got to start thinking in terms of demographic. Speaking of traffic, I'm going to finish off this call here by showing you my entire traffic rollout blueprint. And I'm going to show you some of the traffic sources that I use and recommend, especially for beginners as well. So don't worry if this kind of looks complicated or whatever else. This is kind of how deep the rabbit hole goes, as I talked about. This is how you, starting with self-serve traffic, you can start getting into a world of different monetization options. The initial testing is often down here, often self-serve type stuff. So Facebook, Plenty of Fish, Traffic Vance, Lead Impact, right? Google Display Network. Here, small direct-to-site buys. This isn't, self-serve, but it's still very powerful. So testing demographics and placements here, right? This is where you're going to test demographics. You're going to build what's called a proof of concept. You can make millions here alone, but it's volatile in some affiliate markets. Obviously, we love Google Display Network, not just not Google, right? They're a little strict with us. Keep in mind with this, guys, I can't make guarantees based on the niche, right? I need to know the niche you're in. But the pseudo merchant option allows you to run easier on Google than just about any other CPA or affiliate method would, okay? Except direct linking some offers that they're okay with, which are few and far between. So that's another bonus with the pseudo merchant setup. Other than collecting the leads and stuff, you can often run on networks that are cracking down more on affiliates. After that, I get into large site media buys, more CPV, network buys. Then it gets into, if you're generating your own leads, so again, pseudo merchant, right? You can start paying affiliates. If you know that your dollar per lead is $2 per lead, you can start paying affiliate buddies $1 for every opt-in that they send you.